Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and got a good one for you as I walk through Irvine Park. I have to thank Michael for this one because Michael sent me this, and this is near and dear to my heart. And this is about people getting stuff for free, getting away with stuff, people getting, the benefit, equity, and benefit of giving something that they don't deserve. Okay? So before I get into it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, and I'll talk about them later. But first things first, for those of you that have been around the channel for a while, you know that my girlfriend passed away last year from a very long cancer battle, and she died from complications of cancer. But one thing that she did was she was a law professor. She taught a tremendous amount of people to pass the bar exam. And I lived this, and she had the benefit of having Dan in her life because there was a point in time when I was going through my divorce and I was getting clobbered and I was getting absolutely manhandled by the other side, and I was losing everything. And she stepped in and helped me and gave me some advice and took care of me in such a way that nobody else did. And I said, I don't know how I'm going to repay you. Don't have the money. Thank you for this. Got my kids half the time. They ended up living with me 6 months later all the time. But anyways, 100% because of her. Now, flash forward to 2015, and she has her cancer recurrence. And it's in the middle of a bar round. The bar exam here in California is twice a year. It's February and the end of July, end of February, end of July. She got her diagnosis in late May. Gosh, what do I do? Do I cancel the round? Do we do this? Do we do that? I said, wait a second. This is the perfect chance for me to pay you back. Okay, I can run any business. I'll come in, I'll run the company. I can't take care of the law. I'm not a lawyer. I can't do that, but I can run your company for you. So, it was good for her because I did a bunch of things. We automated a bunch of things. We changed a lot of things. But what happens is people take the bar exam and then they get their results. If you take it in February, you get your results in May. And then you find out, hey, I failed. So you've got to immediately sign up for a new class because the course is coming out, the test is coming out at the end of July. If you take it in July, you don't get your results until November. Okay, longer wait. Anyways, so as people failed and they started to come in, and sign up, we took care of running the company for her, and just her job was to teach and grade and take care of that. Okay. But what I learned is that you have a tremendous amount of people that think that this test is rigged and that the bar exam is a complete scam. And listen, I went to Fordham. This test is rigged. I went to one of the greatest law schools ever. Here's the thing about this. I saw people that paid $5,000 with an online law school that passed the bar exam that are practicing lawyers right now. Okay, they got through it. They did it. These jackasses from places like Fordham, and there was a guy, Jason from Harvard. I'm Jason from Harvard. I'm Jason from Harvard. He had failed it twice already. Okay, so the only reprimand I ever got from Lisa when it came to work really was this one time because I got sick of Mr. Bitchin from Harvard. Hey, it's Jason from Harvard. Hey, it's Jason from Harvard. And I said, listen, at the office, I said, listen, Mr. Bitchin's on the phone for you. Oh, don't talk about my students. Okay. Anyways, the one thing that I saw year after year is the quality of the student went down, 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 down. Lisa had students that went to very good law schools that would always pass, you know what I mean, with her methods because they had a very good education. Okay. I could name a few. I won't even go into it. But the idea with this, let's say Pepperdine, people that went to USC, a lot of them got through. UCI, they may have failed it the first time, but they needed direction. And the thing about this, think about you going to school 4 years ago and you learned, what did you learn 4 years ago? Okay, let's talk about it. Do you know what I mean? People get sidetracked and forget, what criminal law was like and what, constitutional law and all this stuff that they have to remember. They take the exam. Now, the bar exam is broken down into 15 subjects. And basically, there's essays that you write, there's multiple choice, and there's something called a PT. It's a performance test. Now, what the performance test is It's basically like getting a file from the head of the law firm, and you have an assignment, and it could be writing a brief, it could be court documents, it could be all these different things that show your proficiency as a practicing lawyer to be licensed, okay? Now, one thing that was bad enough, they took this test from 3 days and chopped it down to 2 days to make it easier. Okay, well, that's bad. That's bad. It was ridiculous that they did that because it made it easier and more people passed. But the people that failed started screaming louder and starting talking about how this is unfair and it's unjust. And it's not, guys. It's not. It's a bar. It is a bar. It's this high, and oh, you can't reach it? You can't hit the bar. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Then in 2020, think about what I'm telling you. This passing score with everything here in California was 1,440 points. I know this, you guys, I lived this. I lived bar exams so much, and I can tell you guys, you know, I could do this for 6 hours. This video could be about this. Anyways, in 2020, what they did was they lowered the score by 50 points from 1,440 as passing to 1,390. And it's a collective mix, and you can read the articles below on what makes a passing score and stuff like that. But the idea with this is that all of a sudden, if you took the bar exam within a 2-year period and you failed it and you were within the range of 1,390, they let you practice. I know people that are practicing lawyers that failed the exam 9, 10 times, and all of a sudden they got in because they lowered the score by 50 points. It was shocking and sickening. And again, hey, will you recommend me to anybody? Not a chance in hell, okay? No, I will not do that because I think it's ridiculous, okay? Now, what the state of California is proposing is this, and I want you to think about this, okay? They want to get rid of the bar exam. They want to make it so that if you go out and you went to law school, you can then go work for a lawyer, a practicing attorney, excuse me, they become Juris Doctorates, and then you can call yourself a lawyer, but you're not a practicing attorney. Anyways, so to be licensed, you can go work for a licensed attorney for 6 months and then basically get experience and then turn it into the state bar, and then they'll review it and determine if you are good enough to become a practicing lawyer. Is that insane or what? Think about this. Your kid's life is on the line. Your kid got falsely accused of murder, okay? And you've got some guy who read about law in a book, and he's the one arguing this for you because he's licensed, and you made the mistake of calling this imbecile, okay? Well, Dan, that's really harsh. No, guys, I don't care. I don't care what law school you went to. There's a point that you have to pass this thing to show that you're proficient in it, okay? My niece is married to a man who's brilliant, okay? And Stephen is going to be a doctor. But you know what? He has spent the last 10 years of his life trying to be a doctor. And now he's doing his rounds and his, you know, and doing that and having to pass the MCATs and all the stuff that this guy's had to do to get to become a doctor, to wear that white coat, to get that DR in front of his name, okay? You understand? That guy, I want, if something goes wrong or there's a party and somebody has a heart attack, I'm going to call that guy. You understand? I don't want somebody that read it. Well, you know, I read about chest pains in a book. Yeah, okay, hang on. Shh. Give him room. You know what I mean? It's insanity, okay? It's absolute insanity. This is the equity of California. This is the insanity of California, that it's not fair. Somehow there's something that's not fair about this exam. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, Michael, thank you for sending me this, because Michael's a retired attorney who was just, you know, appalled by this because he grew up, and you can think anything you want about attorneys. And here's the thing about this. Your law degree allows you to do a lot of different things. You don't have to be a lawyer. I knew a lot of people, and I would always ask these guys this when they took this test. What do you want to practice? And I was always amazed at what they wanted to do. And I saw great things. I saw people that wanted to be bankruptcy lawyers. I saw people whose family was defrauded for things, and they wanted to go and never make sure that their father had that happen again. I knew somebody that his dad was a cigar maker and got screwed by Philip Morris royally and said, I would never allow my dad to get into a deal like that again. And they make cigars, okay? So the kid went out and became a lawyer to protect his father, okay? But you know what? Hey, this guy read about it in a book. He read about, financial crimes in a book. Come on, guys. You understand the insanity of this, the lunacy of this? You want to give this. Now, again, let's have equity for airline pilots. Okay, let's lower the standards. I would be bitching. I would look good. You know what? I would look great in a captain's outfit like Leonardo DiCaprio would. You know what I mean? Come on. Danny, have you ever flown a plane before? No. I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. Come on. You know what I mean? It's insane, guys. It's insane. So this is what's wrong with the world right now. Everybody complains. And I lived this. I witnessed this, guys. I saw people that should not be practicing attorneys, that had no business doing it. And one thing that Lisa would do, which was insane, okay, but it was the greatest thing ever, was you'd go through the screening process. And then if you were a potential student, if she had different levels, you then would get to meet Lisa. And Lisa would say, no, reject. Now, we would reject people too. We would sit there, hey, listen, my mom says I got to take a review course. Now, here she's good, and I want to do it. Pass. You're never going to meet her, dude. Never, never. I don't care what mom said to you. And I got to be brutal. I got to be harsh. I got to tell these entitled children, okay, that were 28 years old, how they were never going to get her, okay? So I saw her work, till 2 o'clock in the morning with these students and getting them through this exam over and over and over again. And now you want to take that away? Kim Kardashian didn't go to law school, okay? Okay, she took a few courses and then took the baby bar and failed it, and then finally passed it with help from Barbary, which is one of the largest bar prep companies in the United States, okay? And they basically assisted her and gave her royal treatment to pass that exam. Now, she doesn't want to take the exam, okay? She wants to go work for a lawyer. There's another program where you could work 5 years with a lawyer, okay? And you have to work under their tutelage, full time, which Kim Kardashian's not, and she's in that program. So someday, guys, we're going to get notified that Kim Kardashian's a licensed attorney, and somebody's signing off on this, okay? It's insanity. So good luck to you guys. I'm telling you, you get caught speeding and you get a $1.5 million ticket and you need a lawyer. You hope that this guy read, up on that. Is that insane? I want my lawyer to be proficient in every aspect of the law. He can practice business. He can practice trust. He can do whatever he wants. And I saw a lot of these people that got into law, did it for a while, and then hated it. Hated it. I hate the fighting. I hate this, okay? And got out of it. But man, oh man, this is criminal that the state of California is going to do this for people. So, I hire good lawyers. I hire good accountants. I hire good professionals for everything. And with my girlfriend who got her diagnosis, her recurrence in 2015 and died, at the end of 2022, you can sit there and say, oh, she passed away, Dan. It wasn't a success story. It was because they gave her 2 weeks to live in the beginning. So for that person to go through, and we got the best doctors and researched it and got the best medicine and got the best insurance and got it all, okay? And that's what you need. But you're going to sit there and let some lawyer represent you, your family members, your kids? I don't know. I thought that would be good. You know what I mean? Come on, okay? Do you want doctors to do this? Do you want airline pilots to do this? I love true tech and trade professionals like plumbers and things like that. Hey, how long have you done this? Oh, about 18 years. And these guys make 200 grand a year as a plumber, okay? Because they live it and they work it, not that they read it in a manual, okay? Think about that, okay? So again, wrong. I could go on for hours about this, so share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. With the instability that's going on globally right now, you need to look at ways to protect your family and your retirement. The best thing to do is call Patriot Gold today, 888-330-1431, and find out if an IRA or 401k that's backed by physical metals is right for you. Now think about this. They have a no fee for life IRA and 401k. They've been #1 rated for 7 years in a row with Consumer Affairs. They have the best customer service. They deal with so many people. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm not just a spokesman, I'm a client of theirs. And you have to look at what the government's doing right now. You have to look at all these people that are buying gold right now. The tons of gold that central banks are buying is a sign that we all need to look at, okay? Do yourself a favor, contact Patriot Gold today. Either call them at 888-330-1431 or use the link below. It's absolutely no obligation. Get yourself a free investor guide and let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. I am incredibly passionate about this. We cannot hand out participation trophies in life for things like this. It's insane, okay? It is absolutely nuts. You know, hey, I want to pitch in the big leagues. Okay, Dan, we'll let you do that. You know what I mean? No, got to try out. I have a cousin who played minor league baseball, played in high school, played in minor league baseball, and is a great guy, great athlete. What didn't have the muster? But you know what? We should let him in the major leagues. I like him. He's a great guy. I'd love to cheer him on. You know what I mean? No. Okay. Well, let's give him a law license because he's smart. You know what I mean? He took the classes. Don't you want him to represent you? This is what is wrong with the world. It's what's wrong with California. Okay, because they want to hand out participation trophies to everybody. Okay, you're doing great. Okay, no. Okay. Speaking of baseball, my kids learned more from losing than they ever did from winning. The people that got through this exam, the people that failed, went to a great school, failed, and needed to be trained on how to take that exam and how to get through it. And I saw Lisa do this hundreds of times, okay? Absolutely. And those people deserve to be practicing law. They deserve to represent you, your family, your children, whoever, okay? But to sit there and just give them a law license, it's lunacy, okay? It's what's wrong with this country, okay? It's what's wrong with the state, too. So share your thoughts on this, guys, because, you know, again, I ask people everything. I talk to everybody about everything. You want to work for Dan? Man, oh man. Okay, well, we're going to have a conversation, okay? And again, they may not be the most expensive. I don't care where you went to school at, but you better understand what's ailing me, whether it's from a legal standpoint, from a medical standpoint, whatever. But you want to give somebody a free law license just because they went to law school is insane. Let me know what you guys think about this. Reach out at hello@iAllegedly. Thank you, Michael, once again for sending me this because it's great. And again, it's what's wrong with the world, guys. Share your thoughts.